All right, welcome back. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel Decoders. This is Decoding with Cody. And I didn't have a live stream planned, but somebody just brought this to my attention. Big shout out to congrats to the winners on my YouTube. They left a comment that this just happened today. And immediately when I started looking into it, I needed to talk about something. I needed to do a video, guys. I haven't had any info. And so, yeah, we're going to talk about this. Let's see if we can get some people to join because people are probably a little bit caught off guard. But give a few minutes for some people to join. And we're going to go over this huge ritual, guys. Big, big freaking ritual. I'm telling you, this is crazy. All right. And I don't even have all this figured out yet. Okay, I don't even have this all figured out, but what I'm going to show you here is pretty undeniable, okay? And before I get into it, we're going to let a few more people join. Can you guys give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear me, please? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. So we're going to go over, hello, X Trubel. Hello, Aaron. Hello, Nico. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the compliment. Thank you, Tom. Welcome. And Silver Links, welcome. Beth, welcome. David, how are you guys doing? So, all right. I don't know how long this live stream is going to be, but because I wasn't planning this, I literally just threw this together in 5 minutes. But you guys know the eclipse is coming, okay? Or should I say the eclipse is here? You know, today there was an eclipsing, okay? Let me just go to this article. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Well, one of the articles, basically. Okay, so this just happened today, guys. Caitlin Clark, which is a women's college basketball player, just broke the record for all NCAA scorers, both men and female. Okay, so what I want you guys to understand here is the symbolism. The woman just broke the all-time record, passing a man to become the all-time scoring leader in NCAA history, okay? Remember, we're in March. March Madness is a big month for college basketball. Look at this, guys. A guy with my last name wrote this article, Nick Robertson. That's weird. That's super weird. Anyways, this just happened today on 3/3. Now notice, let's point out the obvious facts here before we even get into the deeper stuff. Okay, of course, Clark is not really a woman, but the symbolism is that she is a woman. So the symbolism here is that a woman is passing. But I know that this probably isn't a woman. She doesn't look like a woman. Okay, so let's get that out of the air first. But remember, everything is reversal here. Everything is the law of reversal. It's a woman, so we're gonna have to decode that it's a woman instead of saying that's a man because that's not the symbolism they're giving us. Even if it's a man, it doesn't matter. What I'm decoding here is the feminine, okay? The feminine eclipsing the masculine, okay? Now, Caitlin Clark is CC, okay? Well, what is the letter C? C is the third letter, all right? So essentially, you have a 3 and 3, okay? CC is 3/3. So what is the importance of this and her eclipsing the record on 3/3, right? What is today's date? Today's date is 3/3, okay? And Caitlin Clark, CC, passes the record on 3/3. And today is the day leaving 303 days in the year, okay? So you've got two 33 connections here and her name being the CC, which is the 3/3. Okay. The second thing here to point out about this woman is she wears the number 22. Okay. Another master number. So not only do you have the 33 connection, you have the 22 connection. You have two master numbers associated with this ritual. Okay. She wears the number 22. And Caitlin Clark, let me go back a minute. See if I can. Caitlin Clark was born on the 22nd day of the year 2002. She wears the number 22, and she's currently 22 years old. Okay. So this girl is 22 years old. She was born on the 22nd. She was born in 2002, which is another 22, and she wears the number 22. Okay. And she eclipses the record on 3-3. Why is that important? Why is she eclipsing the record on 3-3? Well, eclipse, right? This is big, guys. Pay attention. 3-3. She eclipses the record, okay? Yeah, I know it's a dude, but what I'm saying is, guys, okay, again, what am I decoding here? I'm decoding that this is the symbolism they're giving us. So I'm decoding it as a woman, but again, it's probably not a woman, okay? That is pretty much well known. It looks like a man. So let's all agree on that. But the point is the woman is overcoming. And so Kamala Harris, she's probably actually a man, but she's being put out there as a woman. I'm going to tell you how this is Kamala Harris, guys. I'm telling you, this is connected to Kamala Harris. Absolutely no doubt about it. Okay. 3-3. Okay. Eclipse. She eclipses the record on 3-3. Her name is Caitlin Clark, which is CC, which is 33. Okay. And eclipse equals 33. All right. Now, the other big thing here is that now let's just watch this for a minute. Okay. I want you guys to notice what the score is of the team that she eclipses. Okay. So this is the game right here. Notice that there was 3 seconds, 0.3 seconds left on the clock. Okay. And there was 3 timeouts and 3 fouls on the Iowa side, and she plays for Iowa, okay? So again, you have the 33 again. But look, she has, okay, when she's shooting, okay, this is for her to tie the record, okay? This shot right here, she ties the record, okay? Okay, so now she goes from 46 to 47, okay? This is huge. She ties the record with 47. Okay. The next president will be the 47th. Okay. So a woman just tied the record with the 47th point of the game. She did this with the other team's score at 39. Why is the 39 important? Well, eclipse equals 39. Okay. Again, she does this on 3-3, which is eclipse. And she does this against a team who has 39 points. Okay. Eclipse equals 33 and 39. How is this connected to Kamala? Well, Kamala equals 39. Okay. Kamala equals 39. Eclipse equals 39. Right. And again, 39 points and the 47th president. Okay. You guys see this? 47. Okay, but this is to tie the record. In order to break the record, she needs to score one more basket. So let's see what happens. So she hits the second one and she breaks the record. Okay. And she breaks the record with 48 on the scoreboard. Do you guys understand how big this is? Come on, people. This is insane. This is all, I mean, this is ridiculous. This is all about the eclipse next month, babe. This is all about that. Okay. Why? Again, eclipse equals 39. Okay. And 33, like the date. Okay. She eclipses it playing for Iowa. Okay. Iowa equals 48. The score that she breaks the record with is 48. When is the eclipse next month, guys? The eclipse next month is on 4-8. Okay? The eclipse is on 4-8, and she does 48, and the other team has 39, which is what eclipse equals. And the team that she plays for is Iowa, which equals 48. Okay? So what do you guys think this is about? This is about the eclipse. And why is this a woman eclipsing a man? What happens during an eclipse, guys? It's so obvious. In eclipse, the moon passes in front of the sun. Therefore, the moon is associated more with the feminine. So the feminine is eclipsing the masculine. Okay? That's what this is all about. Next month's eclipse is huge. And again, it's not a coincidence that she starts at 46. Okay, before she breaks the record, the score is 46, right? Biden is the 46th president. Okay. In order to tie the record, she has to get another one. So she scores the 47th point. The next president of the United States will be the 47th president. Okay. Now, Donald Trump. Okay, so if this happens, guys, if Biden steps down, Kamala takes over and becomes number 47, just like she scores 47 to tie the record. Okay. And then Donald Trump becomes 48. Why is that interesting? Well, first of all, Iowa equals 48. Donald Trump equals 48. Okay. So if Kamala becomes 47, Trump becomes 48. Okay. Donald Trump equals 48. Now, I get it. Some people might not think, all right? Some people might not think that Kamala might take over, but if the ritual is going to play out like I'm seeing this here, which is very clear, okay? But why does she break the record with the 48, right? Because Trump is the usher. Okay, so the woman needs to usher in the male child, okay? Trump is the male child, right? He's the ante. I mean, he's like, I'm not saying he's the Christ, but I'm saying he's the symbol of that. His grandmother's name was Christ, if you guys don't know, okay? So the woman needs to birth the man. So there needs to be a woman before the man. Does that make sense to you guys? The woman needs to bring in the man because in order for a child to be born, there needs to be a woman first, okay? That's why you needed Mary to have the Immaculate Conception. And why do you think there's a movie coming out later this month? Let me bring it up. Why do you think there's a movie coming out later this month called Immaculate? Okay. It's coming out on March 22nd, guys. 3/22. And it's a bloody movie. If you guys look up the trailer, okay, you'll see that it's very bloody. It's not like a good, it's a horror movie. But anyways, the girl that's playing here is Sydney Sweeney. I'm not going to get into her, but anyways, the movie's coming out. It's called Immaculate. It's talking about the Immaculate Conception, right? So you have a lot to think about here. The woman needs to bring in the man, okay? And just notice that, okay, first of all, the 48 was what broke the record, like the eclipse is on 4/8, okay? So she's eclipsing the record with 48 points, and then the number across from it tells you it's about the eclipse, right? I mean, again, I'm going to bring that up for people who are just getting here. Eclipse equals 39. The team has 39 points, okay, the team that she's playing against. And she does this on 3/3, okay, which is also eclipse, all right? So, hey, I see Joseph's in the chat. Much love, brother. So, again, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you guys see how clear of a ritual this is. Again, first of all, what's the chances that she has all this 22 connections? She's born on the 22nd day of the year. She's born in 2002. She wears the number 22, and she's 22 years old when she breaks the record, okay? She's from Iowa. She breaks the record with 48 points on the scoreboard. Iowa equals 48, like Donald Trump. And the eclipse next month is on 4/8, okay? So does that make sense? So again, let's go over it again. Joseph's in the chat. Let me go over it one more time. It's not so hard to understand. So again, Caitlin Clark just broke the record, eclipsing the man who held the record, right? Let me see if I can find it here. Jeez. I thought it was farther. Okay, so here she is, Caitlin Clark. This is where she was 1 point behind the record right here. And the 46th president is Biden right now, okay? The 46th president. She shoots it and she ties the record with 47, okay? That means she tied the record with the man for 47, okay? And then in order to break the record, she has to hit the 48, okay? And that's the eclipse next month. Just in case you guys don't know, let me bring it up. Great American Eclipse is on 4/8, April 8th. And there's actually probably a lot more to say here. You know, like I said, I just found this out before. I didn't even have time to put it all together. But here's where it gets crazy, guys. Let me show you how this is seriously like huge, right? So watch this. So Caitlin Clark broke the record. Let me show you the record here. Hold on. So the record that she broke was at 3,667. So that's the record she just broke, right? And she did this on 3/3, like eclipse equals 33. And it's on the day leaving 303 days in the year, okay? So, and her name is Caitlin Clark, like CC33, okay? But if you go back 667 days, which was the record, right? See, here it is, guys. This is the record she broke, 3667, right? If you go back that amount of days, okay, just watch this. This is insane. If you go back the record amount of days from the day she broke the record, look at what you land on. You land on the 48th day of the year in 2014. Why is that interesting, guys? Why is that interesting? Just think about this. She broke the record with 48 points, guys. And if you go back the record amount of points that she broke it, you go back that amount of days, you land on the 48th day of the year. Do you guys get that? That is insane. Like, she broke the record with 48, and then you go back the number of points she broke, and you go back that amount of days, and you land on the 48th day of the year, and that's the eclipse date next month. Again, what are the chances of that? Like, and look, I mean, look at this. And this is where I'm going to bring JFK into this because, well, I was already looking into JFK before this even came up. But look at this. If you go from the date, if I went back 3,667 days, like the record, right, from the day she broke it, and I landed on the 48th day of the year, and if you go from this day, the 48th day of 2014, right, and you go forward to the eclipse on 4/8 next month, you get 529 weeks, which is JFK's birthday. But look, you get 121 months and 22 days. And again, she broke the record and she wears 22. She was born on the 22nd day of the year in 2002. She wears 22. She's 22 years old. And if you go from this date, I just showed you how I got this date, and it's 121 months and 22 days. Why is that interesting? Because 121 is Antichrist. 121 is Revelation, if you spell it right. And she has the 22, okay? Yeah, and Iowa equals 48. I already showed that. She broke the record with 48. Iowa equals, she plays for Iowa, okay? And that was 48. Notice that Iowa equals 48 and 24. Okay, let me just close down 2 of these ciphers here. Look, 4824. Now, what is that, guys? That's the date of the eclipse. And she eclipses the record with Iowa with 48 points. And then if you type in Iowa, you get the eclipse date right there. 4824. Now, it gets even more interesting, again, because Donald Trump equals 48. Donald Trump, if Kamala eclipses Biden and becomes 47, that means Trump would be 48 if he were to win. And somehow, if Biden and I don't know how it's going to play, but I'm just saying this is what I'm seeing right now. And don't forget that she broke the record with the other team having 39 points. And that, again, that goes back to Kamala, right? Kamala, 39. She also broke the record on the 42nd day of her age. Caitlin Clark, this girl, it was the 42nd day of her age. Notice that Kamala equals 42, okay? Like female equals 42. So the female breaks the record on the 42nd day of the year, and female equals 42. Feminine equals 42. All right? So what are the chances of that? You know? Let me just show you just so you guys can see. Her birthday is on January 22nd. Okay, so if you go from her last birthday to the day that she broke the record. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry. So today, the day she broke the record, she did it on the 42nd day of her age. Okay. And this is all about a female. Okay. And a feminine. I know she's not a female, guys. Again, let me reiterate that. She's probably really a man, but she's looking like the symbol that they're giving us is a woman. So I'm decoding it as if she is a woman, even though she's probably not. Okay. But what are the chances she breaks the record on the 42nd day of her age, and feminine equals 42, female equals 42, and Kamala, who could be the first female, equals 42. Okay. And Ohio is, that's where I'm from, guys. Ohio equals 47. Remember, she tied the record against Ohio with 47 points on the board, right? And then she won. See, here she ties the record with 47. The next president will be the 47th, okay? Also notice that Iowa equals 60. So let me pull up all the ciphers again. Iowa equals 60. Well, what is that all about, guys? Iowa being 60, why is that important? My computer's freezing up here. Hold on. I'm not sure what's going on. Can you guys still hear me? Can you guys still hear me there? Give me a thumbs up because my computer just froze. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, so thank you, Joseph. I was trying to get to this. This is the 60th presidential election this year. I already covered this number in my last video if you guys didn't watch it. Yeah, I guess the sound was good, but my computer froze. So anyways, 60th presidential election, and Iowa equals 60, right? And why is this connected to Kamala, guys? Do you remember the speech that Gerald Ford gave in 1989 in Iowa? Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this? This is why it's Iowa, guys. This is why I'm sure it's about Kamala and the first female president. Because why is it Iowa? Nothing ever happens in Iowa. I mean, sometimes I even forget that's a state. Okay? But it was in Iowa in 1989, 2 days before Kamala Harris's birthday, that Gerald Ford gave a speech about the first female president in Iowa. And now you have an Iowa woman surpassing a man to be the record holder for all-time points And she does it with 47 to tie, which is the next president's 47. And remember, when Gerald Ford gave his speech in Iowa in 1989, that was 2 days before Kamala Harris's 47th birthday. Okay, let me just show you that. Kamala Harris was born in 1964, October 20th. Okay. Gerald Ford gave a speech about a first female president taking over for the male president October 18th, 1989. Okay. Sorry, that wasn't her 47. I don't know what I was thinking. So just, yeah, that was her 24th birthday, or almost her 25th birthday. Okay. Which is still interesting because, yeah, there's a lot I could say about that. But sorry, I messed up on that one. But anyway, the point is, he gave this speech in Iowa, and now you have the Iowa woman, okay, the supposed woman, again. So, yeah, there's probably more. I'm trying to think what else I wanted to cover here because I did this on the fly and I don't have anything prepared. So hopefully you guys are understanding this. Yeah, that's true. Thank you for bringing that up. So again, how does this tie in with the 46, right? Again, before she ties the record, there was 46 points on the board for Iowa, all right? And the current president is the 46th president. However, because there's a split term president, okay, that means that Biden is not just the 46th president, he's the 45th person to become president. That means the next president will be the 47th president, but the next president will be the 46th person, okay, if it's a different person. So it doesn't work if Trump becomes president again, because Trump already was president. Therefore, Trump would still be, there would still only be 45 presidents, which is interesting. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on how all this is going to play out, but what I'm saying is it seems like a pretty clear symbolism to me. And just the fact of what I showed you about the 48 and the eclipse, you know, what's going to happen on the eclipse next month, right? Oh, Casey Jones just got to the chat. Man, brother, you got to go back and watch this. This is insane. I'm not going to go over all the same stuff again, but basically, Caitlin Clark passes the all-time record of the male. And don't forget, his name is Pete Maravich. Okay, so let's talk about Pete Maravich, the guy she passed. Notice that Pete Maravich also was born on the 22nd day of the year, or of the month, just like Caitlin Clark, but was born on the 22nd day of the year, and she's 22 years old. And notice that he was born in Pennsylvania. Okay, why is that interesting? Well, I'm talking about Kamala taking over for Biden. Well, Biden was born in Pennsylvania, just like this male guy, Pete Maravich, right? But Pistol Pete, you notice his name is Pistol Pete. Sounds like a gun thing, right? Remember how Biden is all about gun control? Well, look at this guy's nickname, guys. Pistol Pete equals president. Let me show you. So notice that in 3 out of the 4 ciphers, the guy that she passed, Caitlin Clark, Pistol Pete, his nickname is President, 47, 133, 52, okay? And remember, I told you that she tied his record right here with 47 on the board, right? So she tied Pistol Pete's record with 47 on the board, and President equals 47, like Pistol Pete, okay? And yeah, and that 137 is interesting too, because that's the 33rd prime. And what day did she pass Pistol Pete? Okay. Again, what day did she pass Pistol Pete? On the 3-3 date, and her initials is Caitlin Clark, 33 CC. And she did this on the day leaving 303 days in the year. Let me pull this date back up. Hold on. So that's why it happened on 3-3, because again, eclipse equals 3-3, 33. Her name is initials 33. Today leaves 303 days in the year, okay? And again, today was it was all about the 33, the 22, right? So we all know they love the 33, which is why she's all about these master numbers, right? And look at Pistol Pete. I mean, he even has the twin digits, the PP. I guess Jurassic would laugh about that because he always talks about the PP, right? So that's interesting. But again, I tried to do some digging into when this record was originally set by Pete Maravich because I couldn't find it at first because apparently he originally set the record in 1970. The only date I could find was the last game that he played, which I'm imagining was the last time he scored a point, was in 1970. And that was on March 19th. So what is interesting about this? Well, because whenever Pete Maravich, who's just set the record that she just broke, his last game apparently was on this date, March 19th, 1970, okay? And if you go from the date that he played his last game to the day that she broke the record today, it's 53 years and 350 days. Why is that interesting? Well, first of all, it's all about the solar eclipse that's coming up. And solar eclipse equals 53. We just had a moon landing. Remember, we just had the moon landing, and it was all tied to Kamala Harris with the 53 number, and solar eclipse equals 53, okay? And this record has been standing for 53 years, okay? We just had the moon landing on the 53rd day of the year, okay? And moon landing equals 53 also. Let me show you. So moon landing 53, okay? I made a whole video connecting the 53 to the moon landing on the 53rd day of the year. Remember, what day was that day? It was the 222 day. And this girl, this Caitlin Clark, is all about the 22s, the 2-2. So you could say that this is all tied to that moon landing. This is all tied to that moon landing on the 53rd day of the year, which was 222. And again, this girl has all the 22s, right? Like she's born on the 22 in 2002. She's 22. She wears 22. That's crazy, man. But yeah, it looks like a man. Let's just pull up a picture. Let's admire her beauty. Oh my God, it looks like a man. Come on, guys. Brittany Griner is even worse, but this one's pretty bad. Let's just take a little time to admire how people are being mocked. Yeah, exactly, Joseph. Kamala Harris, President Harris 222, President Kamala Harris 222, Vice President Harris 222. Actually, I didn't even look. How many days after Kamala's birthday was this? I need to look. Dude looks like a lady. Yeah, good one. Oh, look at that, guys. 135 days. But that's also 19 weeks and 2 days. Remember how big this 19-2 number has been. Joseph, you know how big this 19-2 number has been. So this happens 19 weeks and 2 days after Kamala Harris's birthday. Why is that interesting? Well, remember, the eclipse is what this is all about. The eclipse next month on 4/8. Well, notice that eclipse equals 192 in Jewish, okay? And this happens 19 weeks and 2 days after Kamala's birthday, okay? Yeah, so that's interesting. That 192. Remember, we had the crash at the Daytona 500. I heard there was actually another race going on today in NASCAR at the same day. And actually, let me bring this up because I think this is also relevant. Like I said, this show was not planned, guys. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit all over the place, but not planned at all. Revolution hold on. There's a show called AEW Revolution. If I can spell here, hold on. So at the same day that this girl is breaking the record, you have this going on. Okay. On March 3rd, 33, you have this revolution. Okay. And I've connected this show with blackouts because there was a show. Oh, does transsexual equal 135? Hold on a minute. Before I get to this, that's crazy. So I just told you, oh, this is insane. Transsexual. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell. Oh my goodness. Okay, here it is. Thank you for that. Okay, guys, pay attention to this. Look at this. I just told you today is 135 days after Kamala Harris's birthday. And this transsexual breaks the record 135 days after Kamala Harris's birthday. And transsexual equals 135 in 2 ciphers, guys. And 63. And why is that important? Hold on. Why is the 63 important? Because today is the 63rd day of the year. So 135 days, transsexual 135, on the 63rd day of the year, transsexual 63. Look at this. And look, it's reversed, 36, 63, okay? It's obvious, guys. That's super obvious. So obviously, we know that Kamala Harris is a transsexual, and this Caitlin Clark is a transsexual, okay? That's insane. Thank you for that. That was a huge find. I don't remember who your name was that pointed that out, but where are you at here? Six Soul is the one that pointed that out, so thank you so much. So that's insane, guys. Transsexual 135 in 2 ciphers, 135 days after Kamala's birthday. Wow. Oh, 33, guys, there it is. 33 weeks before Kamala's next birthday. 33 weeks before Kamala's next birthday on 3-3. Caitlin Clark, CC 3-3, breaks the record, eclipses the record. Oh my goodness. This just gets better and better. Eclipse 33. 33 weeks before Kamala's birthday on 3-3. The woman, the transsexual woman, breaks the record. Yeah, it's just insane. You see this? Kamala was born on October 20th, so that means today is 33 weeks exactly, not an extra day, exactly 33 weeks before Kamala's next birthday. Okay. And don't forget, she'll turn 60 years old, and we're in the year of the 60th presidential election. Okay. So Kamala Harris turns 60, and this year is the 60th presidential election. Donald Trump equals 60. That's why I think that, I mean, come on. I've already showed you guys a lot of connections to Kamala Harris over the years, but if this one's not the most obvious one, I don't know what is. Okay. I think I'm not even making this complicated. It's super easy. Okay. Oh, this is insane. Let me think if there's anything else I can bring up here. But that was a huge find with the 135. Oh, I was going to talk about AEW Revolution. Remember, are we going to have a women's revolution, guys? Okay. You know, and today, the same day that this Caitlin Clark breaks the record, you have this happening. Revolution, AEW, Revolution, Sting's last match. And look at this guy. This guy he's 64 years old, okay? And his last match is today. Okay? And now you have this woman breaking the record on the same day as this guy's last match. And look at his face paint. He's the Joker. I talked about the Joker in my last video. Donald Trump, how he's connected to the Joker. Okay? Sting originally played a Joker character. Okay, now let's look at Sting for a minute. Sting equals 69, right? And 24. But the 69 here is interesting because Sting equals 69 like Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse equals 69 in the same cipher as Sting. Okay, so Casey in the chat, he can probably tell me how the Scorpion is connected to today. I don't know if you can do that. But anyways, this guy's connected to blackouts, guys. Again, look at the way they have this thing set up. You have all these screens, right? But remember, there was a show called Revolution. Okay, let me just pull that up so you guys can see. We're going to leave the transsexual behind for a minute. But Revolution was a show. If I can find it here. TV series right here. Revolution TV series. Okay, let's see. It had 42 episodes. That's interesting. All right, so this is what it's about. The series is a post-apocalyptic near future in the 2027. Interesting. I didn't know it was in 2027. Maybe we have to wait till 2027. I don't know. 15 years earlier in 2012, which was supposedly the end of the Mayan calendar, remember that? A worldwide event known as the blackout caused all electricity on Earth to go out, ranging from computers, electronics, to cars, to jet engines. As a result, trains and cars stopped where they were, ships went dead in the water, aircraft plummeted from the skies and crashed. In the years after the blackout, the people adapted to a new world without electricity. Okay? So anyway, this is about the blackout, right? And this show that's happening today is called Revolution. Just like this is a wrestling show, but just like this show was called Revolution, about a blackout, okay? And Sting, when he comes to the ring, the lights go out, okay? Before he enters the ring, the lights go out. So again, this is all about blackouts. I'm not saying it's going to happen today. I'm just saying this is more foreshadowing for the blackout coming, okay? And oh, really? Okay, thank you. All right, guys. So listen to this. Casey Jones Astrology in the chat. Remember, this guy is the Scorpion. Okay, he has the Scorpion right on his chest. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the Scorpion's right there on his chest. The moon is passing through constellation Scorpio as we speak. Sting's character is based on the Crow. Today is 96 days before the release. Film release on June 7th. That date is 960 days after the Rush shooting. Wow. And Sting equals 96 or 69, which is the reverse of 96. That's insane. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you guys caught that, but again, the moon is passing through Scorpio as the Scorpion guy is having his last match. Okay. And again, this is tied to the Crow. And remember, the movie The Crow was where Brandon Lee died. Bruce Lee's son was shot on this, he died. And then you had that Rush shooting. Remember, what's his name? Who's the guy that shot the girl on Rust? I can't even remember his name now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Alec Baldwin. That's who it was. Alec Baldwin shot the Ukrainian girl on Rust, right? And so Casey Jones just connected how the movie is all tied to today is 96 days before the release of the Crow film on June 7th. And that date is 960 days after the Rush shooting. So that's insane. Hey, Square Peg, I saw you in the chat, but I hope you're doing well. Much love to you. Clint Eastwood turns 94 on May 31st. Interesting. 47 times 2 is 94. Silver, 47. Yeah. Silver is the moon, right? Interesting. like I said, the eclipsing from the woman passing the, the man, right? The eclipse, the moon eclipsing the sun. Okay. Um, yeah, but I didn't even decode her name. Hold on a second. Caitlin Clark. And don't forget, guys, this is an insane joke, right? Because, well, Caitlin Clark equals Barack Obama. That's interesting. Or Caitlin equals Barack Obama. But Caitlin Clark, okay, so Caitlin Clark equals 113, which is interesting because that's the number of dishonesty, right? So all the words that equal 113 are dishonest, right? Equals 113. Notice that her name, Caitlin Clark, equals dishonest in two ciphers, 113 and 49, okay? So they're dishonest about who this girl really is. Oh, sorry, not only in one cipher. I messed up. Caitlin Clark equals, but the word Caitlin equals 49 in the same cipher as dishonest. Okay. Caitlin also equals Antichrist. Yeah, that's interesting. 121 and 49. Okay. But look at this. Caitlin, remember Caitlyn Jenner? Right? You guys remember Caitlyn Jenner, who was originally Bruce, right? So what are the chances that this girl who breaks the record, it's spelled differently, right? The name is spelled differently. Caitlyn Jenner. However, remember, what are the chances that Caitlin Clark is now the lead, who's an obvious transsexual, right? And then you had this one they told you about, right? They made this one pretty clear that this man became a woman and his name became Caitlin, right? So this name Caitlin seems to be connected with transgender, right? So let's see how he spells his name. Hold on. Well, Caitlin has interesting, but anyways, remember transgender equals 53. And I've been talking a lot about that number in connection to Kamala Harris because look, transgender equals Kamala D. Harris in the same cipher, okay, not 53. So this 53 is a huge number for transgender, okay? And it's also the number of solar eclipse. Again, the moon, the moon is the feminine passing in front of the sun, right? So again, there's a 53 connection here. But I just wanted to bring that up because transgender equals 53. But anyways, it's so obvious that Caitlyn Jenner is connected to Caitlin Clark, who just broke the record, right? And again, just so you guys can see, here's Caitlin Clark and here's Caitlyn Jenner. Both of them are probably transgender, okay? Let's see. And just back to the Sting thing. The Sting, remember, this man, supposed man, maybe he's a woman too. This supposed man is having his last match today, the same day that this girl surpasses the record of the man, right? So yeah. Okay, I talked about that. Talked about Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, I think that's almost everything, guys. There is something interesting coming up this Friday. I'm really watching out for this day, guys. Again, I'm not making predictions necessarily. I'm just saying that this day is very interesting. This day is the 3-8 or the murder code, right? Murder equals 38 and 83, right? Murder 83 and 38, right? Death 38, killing 38. Okay. So the date that's coming up, 3-8, is a Friday. Okay. JFK. Okay. I'm just connecting this to JFK. I know it's random, but it's not as random as you think. Hold on a second. So JFK was killed on 11/22 on a Friday, 1963. Okay. Now, I want you guys to notice this girl that just surpassed, she was all about the 22, right? She wears the 22. And look how old the JFK assassination will be on March 8th. It will be 22,022 days old. You got the 2222, okay? And why is that interesting? Well, because on that same day, the WWE will be in Dallas. Right here. WWE Friday Night SmackDown will be in Dallas. And where was JFK taken out, guys? And this is exactly 1 month. Okay, this is exactly 1 month before the eclipse. Okay. And what's the chances that the WWE will be in Dallas on 3/8, and that will be 22 days after the JFK thing, okay? Also notice it will be 60 years, guys, and we're in the year of the 60th presidential election. Kamala Harris will turn 60 years old this year. Donald Trump equals 60. We just had a ritual on the 60th day of the year, 39 days before the eclipse. And remember, what was the score here? Ohio State had 39 points when she passed the record against them. 39 is the eclipse, guys. JFK was killed on the day leaving 39 days in the year. That's because he was a Gemini, and Gemini equals 39. Donald Trump is also a Gemini. And again, Gemini equals 39, okay? So, JFK was a Gemini, Donald Trump was a Gemini, or is a Gemini. And and remember, the owner of WWE, don't forget, I'm saying that WWE will be in Dallas on the day that the JFK assassination turns 22,022 days old. And remember, the original owner of the WWE is Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Kennedy, okay? Okay. So again, what are the chances again that the owner of the company also has that connection to John F. Kennedy? Yeah, lots of awesome minds in the chat. Thank you guys for adding everything. Sorry, I'm missing some of your comments. I saw that Square Peg also said 38 special. Yeah, right. Another connection to death and the guns. And remember, the guy that this girl just passed, okay? The guy that this girl just passed was Pete Maravich, Pistol. Hold on, let me bring him up again. Hold on. So again, another gun reference. The guy that this girl just passed today is Pistol Pete. Okay, Pistol Pete, right? So we have another gun connection. That's why, and remember, there's a lot of stuff going on right now with gun control, and the border, right? So something to think about. And just so you guys know, the word gun equals 39. And again, this the score when she passed was 39, right? So we got the 39 again. And JFK was taken out on the day leaving 39 days in the year with a gun, right? 39, like gun equals 39. So that's not a coincidence either. But again, this 39 comes up a lot because, New York is another 39. Okay. New York's also another 33. So, New York is probably not tied to this ritual. Yeah, gun also equals 42. Like I told you, today was the 42nd day of the age of Caitlin Clark. Okay, she was 42 days old today when she broke the record. And again, gun also equals 42 in the same cipher as female. Okay. So there's a lot to say here, guys. I mean, there's so much I could talk about. And let me see. Let me bring up my Canva. I want to mention something else. I posted this in my community section last night. If you guys didn't see it, how many minutes am I in here? Okay, I'm not even to an hour yet. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna add this into this because this connects with the whole WWE thing that I was talking about. Sorry, give me a minute to load my here it is. So I posted something in my community section last night about The Rock, okay? And I want to go over this because I don't think I'm going to make a separate video about this. So I want to go over this. So on Friday night, The Rock, you guys know The Rock, the actor, right? Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He returned to the WWE with his bull, right? Again, this is a Baphomet, and thank you guys for also pointing this out. This is a Baphomet connection, okay? But Baphomet is connected to Zeus, okay? So this is the bull. Like Baphomet is represented by the bull. So let me just talk about this first. Or not Baphomet, sorry, Baal or Baal, however you want to say it. I was saying Baphomet, but I meant Baal. So Baal has the bull, right? And let me just bring him up. And again, there's an interesting connection here to what The Rock did on Friday night. Again, this is one Friday night before they'll be in Texas, okay? And The Rock, he was associated strongly with the Maui fires, okay? I don't think my computer is going to load. I don't know what's going on with it. Sorry, guys, hold on. Yes, correct. The Rock is known as the Brahma bull, and this connects to India, okay? If you guys don't know what the Brahma is, the Brahman is an Indian god, right? And what's funny is The Rock actually owns a team in Texas called the San Antonio Brahmas, okay? Anyway, the symbol of Baal, I always want to say Baal, but I know it's Baal. It's hard for me to say that word, Baal. It's weird. Anyways, his symbol is the bull and the thunderbolt. His equivalent is Zeus. Okay, so whenever you guys think of Baal, however you want to say it, you should also think of Zeus, because you guys know that Zeus is the lightning god, right? The lightning bolt. Well, Baal also has the lightning bolt, thunderbolt, okay? And his symbol is the bull, okay? So it's interesting that Dwayne The Rock Johnson, let me just bring this up. He has the bull, right? And he comes back, and in this time, he has the red eyes. Do you remember when Biden posted the picture of him with the laser eyes? And this was the first time I'd ever seen The Rock come out with, normally he has the bull, right? But he came out with the laser eyes. And this is connected to a bull market. This is connected to the markets, okay? Remember, there's a bull out front of the stock market. And I posted this in my chat, in my community section last night. The bull is representative of a bull market or a market that's going up, okay? Yeah, The Rock is also a Taurus, which is the bull, right? And he was born on a Tuesday. Yeah, that's a good connection. But anyways, this red eyes is very interesting, guys, because remember, The Rock was tied with the Maui fires. And this is connected to Texas, okay? Texas. And Texas was on fire too recently. Remember, Texas was on fire and Hawaii was on fire. Now remember, people were blaming the Maui fires on directed energy weapons, the red lasers, right? Laser weapons. Now, look at the shirt. Look at the shirt of the rock, okay? If you zoom in and you flip it upside down, you're going to see that these are people carrying fire, torches, okay? You can't see it here, but if you zoom in on the picture and you flip it upside down, you're going to see that these are people carrying torches or causing fires, guys. So you have the laser weapons, and then he's got the bull with the lasers, and then you have his shirt that has the flames. This is also connected to the Olympics this year. The Olympics is very associated with the flame as well, right? Now, what's even more interesting is on the back of his shirt. I had to do a little bit of digging, but thank you guys in the comments for pointing out what this was. This is a picture of the sculpture called Psyche Revived by Cupid's Kiss. Okay. This is a Cupid, like a fallen angel, right? But Cupid is the actual god here. And he is kissing this goddess called Psyche, okay, which means soul, okay? And let me just bring up this sculpture here. All right, so this sculpture is called Psyche Revived by Cupid's Kiss. And this was the same sculpture that The Rock was wearing on the back of his shirt, okay? And let's read a little bit about this story. Having recently awakened, Psyche reaches towards her lover Cupid as he gently holds her by supporting her head and breast. Antonio Canova's fine technique. Okay, so this is a sculpture, right? Now, somebody's saying they can't see much. I don't know is it blurry? Is the screen blurry? But anyways, so anyway, let's go over this story. Why does The Rock come back wearing this sculpture, guys? I mean, there's a reason for it. It's not just random, right? And I think it's because it's connected to fires, okay? Again, I told you that on his shirt, you can see people having torches and lighting fires. And then he has the laser eyes, like the directed energy weapons, okay? All right, so this is all about the directed energy weapons and the Maui fires and then the Texas fires. Now, remember, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he owns the San Antonio Brahmas, okay? And I just want to point out how this is connected to the fires that are going on, because it's definitely connected. So anyways, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, owns the bulls, right? The Brahmas. And this comes from the India where they have the Brahma, right? And yeah, it is connected to Bray Wyatt. Remember, guys, Bray Wyatt, the wrestler, died last year from a heart attack. And the reason it's died to Bray Wyatt basically is because Bray Wyatt is connected to the bull. There's a lot to go over here. I don't think I can go over it here. But basically, I just wanted to point out that The Rock owns the Brahmas, which is the bull. Okay. It's San Antonio, Texas, right? Texas is on fire, right? And here's his bull with the fire eyes. Okay. And then his shirt has the fire, right? But in this story that he's wearing on the back of his shirt, let me just bring up the actual story here. Hold on. So anyways, the story is Psyche is warned by Venus against opening the jar she is given to collect a scrap of beauty from Proserpina for Venus. But I give you one especially strong warning. Do not open or peep into the jar you carry, and repress all curiosity as to the imprisoned treasure of divine beauty. But she gave way to curiosity just as she had returned from her voyage into the underworld. Okay, so this story is about Psyche, the beautiful princess. Okay, let me just pull this up. Notice that the name of this poem was actually called The Golden Ass. That's interesting. But anyway, psyche means soul, guys, in Greek. So the rock wearing this is igniting fires in the soul, right? Igniting this. That's why I think we're seeing a lot of fires. So you have this connection between starting these fires and this story, right? And let me see if the story goes back to the story of Psyche and Cupid, okay? Let me go down here. Hold on. Here's the story. There was once a king and queen, rulers of an unnamed city, who had 3 daughters. The youngest and most beautiful was Psyche, whose admirers, neglecting the proper worship of Aphrodite, loved Venus. Instead, they prayed and made offerings to Psyche instead of Venus. Okay. It was rumored that she was the second coming of Venus and the daughter of Venus. Okay. Cupid was sent to shoot Psyche with an arrow. Okay. Remember, we just had the Chiefs, okay, the Kansas City Chiefs with the arrowhead as their logo. We just had a love story. Okay. Remember the love story between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? And then the team that won, that they were both connected to, was the arrow, like Cupid's arrow. And remember, we had a shooting on Valentine's Day. I made a video about that. Why did we have a shooting on Valentine's Day at the Arrowhead Stadium? Okay. It was all about Cupid and the arrow. Okay. But this story that The Rock is wearing is also about Cupid. Okay. Cupid, instead of shooting her, so Cupid is sent by Venus to shoot Psyche with an arrow so that she may fall in love with something hideous. So the whole plot is that Cupid is trying to shoot Psyche so that she falls in love with something that's hideous, okay? Instead, Cupid scratches himself with his own dart, and he falls in love with the very first thing he sees, which is Psyche, okay? So Cupid messes up, and he accidentally shoots himself, and he falls in love with Psyche, which is the goddess that I'm talking about here. And what happens after that is the two parents of Psyche go to the oracle of Apollo and they ask, who is their daughter going to marry? Who is Psyche going to marry? The response is unsettling. The king is to expect not a human son-in-law, but rather a dragon-like creature. So do you guys understand this? We're in the year of the dragon, okay? The dragons always start fires, okay? And in this story of Cupid and Psyche, the father of Psyche goes to the oracle and asks about the future, her husband, who Psyche's husband will be. And the oracle tells him that it will be a dragon-like creature who harasses the world with fire. I hope you guys are getting that. This story is about a dragon who harasses the world with fire. And we're in the year of the dragon, and now we have these fires, right? And again, I'm getting all of this from the thing on the back of the Rock shirt, guys. Okay. So anyways, that's where I'm going to leave off for here because there's so much more to talk about, but I just wanted to add that if I might make another video explaining this in more detail. Okay. And just notice that we're in the year of Jupiter also. Jupiter is Zeus. Okay, Jupiter, the logo of Jupiter is the 24, which we're in the year 24. What ends up happening in this story, though, guys, is they end up getting married. Psyche needs to go to the underworld, okay? And she comes back from the underworld, and then she opens this pot that Venus gives, and she falls to sleep. And the only way that she can be revived is by a kiss. This reminds you of the story of Sleeping Beauty, right? So the only way that Psyche can be revived is by Cupid. Cupid's wound has healed into a scar, and he escapes his mother's house by flying out of a window. When he finds Psyche, he draws the sleep from her face and replaces it in the box, then pricks her with an arrow that does no harm. He lifts her into the air and takes her to present the box to Venus. And then what ends up happening is they end up getting married. So it ends with a wedding, okay? And this ties all back to the wedding symbolism I exposed at the beginning of the year with the dragon and the Super Bowl. There's so much to talk about, but I just wanted to give you guys a overview of why The Rock is giving this story, right? All right, so let's see. I'm going to finish this stream out with answering a few questions. What do you guys got to say? Anything to add to all of this? I know I went over a lot of topics. Yeah, so we started out with the Caitlin Clark thing, then we went into the Revolution thing, and then we went into The Rock and his shirts and his fires. Somebody's saying the ATMs are down. Interesting. Yeah, there might be some cyber attacks going on, or supposed cyber attacks. Anyways, guys, if you guys don't have anything else to add, I think I'm going to call this a stream. If you guys would please hit the like button. Yeah, please hit the like button, guys, to get the likes up past 100. If that would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, there is a link at the top of the chat right now that you can go to. That will be where you can donate, okay? And that will take you here. Thank you to all the donators, the donations, all the people who've donated. I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, his shirt kind of has this eclipse circle on it. Yeah, it's interesting. That is interesting. I mean, that could be also. Captain Flatastic is saying there was 2 blackouts in the area today, and also interesting. Oh yeah, thank you. Congrats to the winners in the chat. He was the one, or she, or he. I don't know if you're he or was the one that pointed out the Caitlin Clark thing, and then I immediately jumped right on it. So thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate that. Yeah, lots of great minds in the chat. I love my chats because a lot of good people in here sharing good information. So thank you all for doing that. Thank you, Joseph. Much love, brother. Thank you, Not of This World. Much love to you. Thank you, Square Peg. Much love. Gigi, much love. Miriam, also, much love. Yeah, that's also interesting to point out that The Rock is now a heel, which means he's like a bad guy. Genesis 3:15. Interesting. I'll look more into that. All right, guys. If there's nothing else, then I will see you guys later. And hopefully next time I'll actually have a presentation ready. I've been a bit slacky lately, so I'm sorry if this was a bit all over the place, but I did my best. So take care out there, everyone. Much love to all of you, and God bless. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.